Hello, it's Charles Folkart, April 28th, 2017. Thank you for viewing, and thank you for subscribing, and thank you for supporting this channel. This video is on a spatial effect generator that's been being manufactured now, I guess. And it's going to replace a lot of means by which we now generate our power for both DC direct current and AC alternating current. So that's what this video is about. I'm going to try to keep it short, but sometimes there's a lot of information that has to be put into a short amount of time. Let's move on to the link I found in my inbox, and that's what made me want to produce this video. Let's go have a look at that, shall we? This is the spatial effect generator. It's a small portable device, approximately 1 meter in diameter, about 3 feet, which generates 15 kilowatt hours that you can use to power any device which runs again on AC or DC voltage. It requires no other source of fuel other than free floating electrons, which exist everywhere in nature. It is modular in design, allowing you to stack units together, and contains magnetically suspended bearings which produce no friction, allowing it to essentially last forever. It can power anything from vehicles, homes, businesses, urban or remote. Connect enough together and you could even power an entire city. Folks, this is the kind of energy device that our government has been withholding from us for years and years. These devices have been known by our government since probably the 1940s, maybe earlier, I don't know. They're keeping this information from us. This video here, I've sped up the speed a little bit. We're going to watch a little bit of this video to give you an idea what it's all about. So here we go.
Changing the capacity to get energy, and that's producing pollution. To one that's natural, the absorbing of natural energy, compressing it, using it, and then letting it go. You burn nothing in the process. Conventional motors, when you take more and more part, they get ruined because obviously there's less electrons and they got more room to buzz around and put more energy, heating up to the point the motor sees up. In this case, as the electrons come out, electrons are being drawn in, so they can't get hot. You've got a constant flow being drawn in. You start the flow moving, it keeps going and going, getting more and more stronger as you speed up. And once electrons start sensing a homing point, they all start heading in the surrounding to that point.
So relatively speaking, it is positive here, negative out here. Here is ionized, the current draws in the back of the center, and you have completed the circuit.
This is Amy, just one of an uncountable number of negatively charged electrons seeking a positive destination. She finds the positively charged neodymium core irresistible and enters the serial converter device, becoming part of an enormous reservoir of electrons. Inside the neodymium, Amy meets Neo, an electron from the neodymium core. These electrons are drawn to the powerful magnetic flux line penetrating the 4 layers in the serial design. They join together, forming a boson pair, as they spin around the magnetic force, releasing them on their pathway to freedom. As they enter the gate layer, they are compressed, feeling pressure to exit the system. At the same time, they are pulled and accelerated by the magnetic layer. Their energy continues to increase, racing through the emitter layer, joining trillions of other boson pairs that form the eddy current on the surface of plate 1. The boson pair is captured by a roller and blasted into the positively charged neodymium core of the second stage plate, repeating the activity into the third stage of the serial device. With tremendous energy, Amy and Neo are hurled forcefully into standard coils, where they are collected in the same manner as any generator of electricity. Nothing is created or destroyed. The circuit is complete.
So here's a interview. You can watch it at your leisure. It's an hour and 49 minutes long. For those of you who don't like long videos, you're probably not going to like that one. And I'll go ahead and put this on the screen. It explains the difference between a kilowatt and a kilowatt hour. If you're interested, you can come back here. There's the link. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Our government is keeping this kind of information from us. There's no reason why this device couldn't power our vehicles. It's no reason why it couldn't power spacecraft. In fact, that has to be how those spacecraft that I actually saw with my eyes were powered. This is technology brought to us by Nikola Tesla many, many years ago. And like I said, they're keeping it from us. One more thing I'd like to mention before we go. So this is the stuff I wake up to some mornings, and this guy, Neo, since when is Donald Trump a Jew? He ain't no Jew. He just gives his opinion, no evidence to back it up. I think it would have come out somewhere in the past 40 years, don't you? That's what's called an appeal to incredulity. He doesn't think it would have remained a secret for 40 years, so therefore Donald Trump can't be a Jew. And then he goes on, get over your bankruptcy and move on. You know, since my bankruptcy, buddy, I've been the manager of a hotel on Corn Island, Nicaragua. I've lived in Thailand. I've lived in South Korea. I've lived in Qatar. I've had a vacation in Bali, in the Philippines, in Thailand. I've been to Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Angkor Wat. I've taught English, and I've taught business and economics. I've traveled all over Asia and Central America. And when I got back to the United States in 2011, while I was being sued, while I was being falsely accused, I started a business called Rocky Mountain Rocket Stoves from scratch. And I've camped all over northwest Montana. I fought a lawsuit for 3.5 years against 2 Jewish judges and the Montana Supreme Court. And all I do is I tell you what happened to warn you, and some of you think I'm bitter. Well, guess what? You're wrong. And I think I've moved on, buddy, and enough of my bitterness. Give me a break. I have a bitter taste in my mouth because of what the Jews have done to me personally and what they're doing to you collectively as a people in this nation. And a lot of you people don't get it yet. And trust in Jesus. How do you think I got through all this, buddy? Take your own advice, buddy. Trust in Jesus and be strong. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting this channel. And just because you don't believe something could happen, that doesn't mean it couldn't happen. Just like these space vehicles could very well be powered by the magnetic energy as we suck the electrons out of the ambient air and they get converted into energy. Just because you don't believe it could happen doesn't mean it can't happen. And may the grace of God our Father be with us all, for we certainly need it. See you.